Hi there, Happy New Year. For my first video this year, I thought we might look at a Spanish wine, because I've done sherry before, but we've never looked at a Spanish wine. So I have got a bottle of Remelluri's Reserva Rioja. Full name of the company is actually Granja, Nuestra, Señora de Remelluri. So my apologies for my Spanish pronunciation there, and I think I'll just carry on calling it Remelluri. Lovely producer. I didn't know much about them. The small family producer, and not under the same family, but the site evidently has been producing wine since before the 14th century. So it's a place with a fantastic heritage. This is a wine made from grapes grown in the Alavesa region of Rioja, so one of the higher areas where it's a little bit cooler, and Tempranillo is favoured. So this is a primarily Tempranillo wine. I understand there's some Graciano, possibly a little bit of Garnacha or Grenache in there, and maybe even a little tiny touch of white varieties like Malvasia or Viura, but those won't have a major impact. Looking at it, I mean, it's got a fantastic colour. It holds it right to the rim. A really lovely sort of deep dark ruby, but a sort of vibrant colour with maybe a slight purple hue to it, and then it's got really impressive aromas, lovely complexity. There's lots of deep red to black fruits, so we're talking about things like sort of mulberry to damson, and that sort of dark plum, you know, maybe sort of higher notes of red currant and that sort of thing, but on the red fruit on the side of the spectrum, but in darker fruit, some real complexity, and overlaid over the top of that there's sort of almost a bag of Christmas spices going in there. Sort of certainly plenty of cinnamon, you know, just coming from oak. This is a Reserva Rioja. My understanding is it spends 16 months in oak, although not new oak predominantly, yeah, maybe a tiny touch, but mostly older oak, and then spends 3 years in the cellars. So, or in total 3 years. So the 16 months in oak is part of that 3 years. So lovely, vibrant, complex aromas. Just tasting the wine, this is lovely. It's quite medium bodied. It's got lovely fine tannins. Again, those red fruits come through beautifully. There's lovely fresh acidity. Alcohol doesn't seem too high, although it says it's 14%. So I mean, there is some warmth on the finish from that, but the freshness gives the fruit lovely length. There is some oak character there. You know, slightly drying, but not astringent. It's not closing my mouth up. And there's a lovely lovely freshness that's making me salivate, but also at the back there's sort of a soft milky component that's you know, just giving a roundness to the end of the tannins there. The tannins in general actually feeling quite velvety in the mouth. The flavour's just delicate but persistent. This is a lovely wine. So for our first wine for 2021, Happy New Year everybody, and yeah, enjoy a Rioja occasionally.